Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and as you all know, we were discussing about chemical integration, right? So we will be talking about the next gland that is situated over here, that's the adrenal gland, okay? Actually, what is adrenal gland and where it is present? So we have two kidneys located, okay? On the top of kidneys, we have gland called as adrenal gland. This is the exact position of the gland called as adrenal gland. Our body has one pair, because we have one pair of kidneys, that means we have two kidneys. So as a result, we are having a pair of adrenal gland, one at the anterior part of the each kidney. Now the upper portion is always known as the anterior part, whereas the lower portion is mostly known as the posterior part. So on the anterior part, we have the location of two caps like structure. We call them as adrenal gland. The gland is composed of two types of tissue. Now inside the gland we have two types of tissue, right? The one is the adrenal medulla, which is located in the central, and outside is the adrenal cortex, which is located on the outside. So on the center we have, like for example, this is a adrenal gland and triangular in shape. So in the center we have adrenal medulla, whereas on the side we have adrenal cortex. Okay, so two types of tissue is present in the adrenal gland. Centrally located adrenal medulla, outside lies the adrenal cortex. Underproduction of hormones by the adrenal cortex alters the carbohydrate metabolism. Whenever adrenal cortex secretes less hormones, obviously since it's gland, both the portion will release some amount of hormones. So whenever adrenal cortex releases less hormone, it alters the carbohydrate metabolism. So somehow or the other, it is indirectly saying that the hormones released by the adrenal medulla, adrenal cortex, adrenal gland is directly altering the carbohydrate metabolism. It is affecting the metabolism of carbohydrates. So under secretion of this will alter the metabolism also. Now that alteration will cause acute weakness. The patient will be under extreme weakness, extreme fatigue, and will lead to a disease commonly called as Addison's disease. We commonly call it as Addison's disease. So this is the kidney. On the top of it we have adrenal gland, and inside adrenal gland you can see on the outer side we have adrenal cortex, and the inner side is the adrenal medulla. Fine. Next, the adrenal medulla secretes two hormones. Now inside the central portion, adrenal medulla, that secretes two hormones. The two hormones are called as adrenaline, noradrenaline. Adrenaline, noradrenaline. This adrenaline is also called as epinephrine. Okay, and this is also called as norepinephrine. Together, both of them are called as catecholamines. Okay, so the two hormones released by adrenal medulla are adrenaline or noradrenaline, also known as epinephrine, norepinephrine, and together they are called as catecholamines. Now, as per your past knowledge, you must have been aware about the fact that mostly the adrenal gland releases emergency hormones. Okay. So adrenaline and noradrenaline are rapidly secreted in response to any kind of stress, okay, any kind of emergency situation. These are called as emergency hormones or hormones of fight or flight. So definitely these catecholamines, these are specialized in fighting the emergency situation. So these are known as the stress hormones which deal with the emergency situations. Okay. What do these hormones actually do? These hormones increase the alertness. We become more alert. Our pupil dilates, the pupil becomes dilated. Piloerection, we get goosebumps, our hair get raised. Sweating, we almost drench in sweat. Both the hormones lead to increase in heartbeat. As a result, to counter the body's act, they increase heartbeat. राइट, यू मस्ट हैव सीन कि जब भी हमें नर्वसनेस होती है, हमें डर लगता है, हमारा दिल का धड़कन बहुत तेज हो जाता है, राइट, सो दैट इज इंक्रीजिंग द हार्ट बीट. स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ हार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, हार्ट तेज तेज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करने लगता है, एंड रेस्पिरेशन का रेट भी बढ़ जाता है. ठीक है, सो कैटेकोलामीन्स आल्सो स्टिम्युलेट ब्रेक डाउन ऑफ ग्लाइकोजन. व्हाट डू दीज कैटेकोलामीन्स डू? दे stimulate breakdown of glycogen. Now you must be thinking, what is glycogen? So glycogen is basically the stored food reserve. Whatever the extra food material is there inside our body, that is stored, right? So these catecholamines somehow or the other, to fighting with the emergency situation, stimulate the production, breakdown of glycogen. Glycogen will break down into glucose, and glucose will be used to liberate energy that will help fighting the body with the stress at that point of time. Okay. Breakdown of glycogen resulting in increased concentration of glucose in the blood, and in addition they also stimulate the breakdown of lipids and proteins, all capable of breaking down and releasing into energy, helping body to combat with the stress situations, and that is how they are called as the emergency hormones. What? Catecholamines, that is adrenaline, noradrenaline secreted by the adrenal medulla. So that's all regarding the adrenal medulla. In the next class, we will be studying about the hormones released by adrenal cortex. Thank you so much.